and then just to read on his brochure with the no chemicals, you know, that's a big thing. I mean, all those strippers in that smell horrible. They're terrible on your skin.
Welcome to Spotlight Sioux Falls, where culture meets commerce and the people behind our favorite places get the mic.
We're your hosts, Melissa Goodwin and Steve Schmidt, and we're sitting down with the makers, doers, and dreamers shaping the soul of our city.
From storefronts to side hustles, tattoos to tech startups, we are telling the stories that make Sioux Falls shine.
Because behind every business is a human story, and those stories, they're what make our community feel like home. This is Spotlight Sioux Falls.
We're in Flandreau, South Dakota. Alex Johnson, ALR. You getting used to this? Here we are again. Alex, we followed you up to Flandreau. We got a little bit of a roadshow going on. What are we doing in Flandreau today?
I'm helping a lady restore her entryway and her wraparound staircase. She's got some old lead windows that go up the stairs, so I'm going to restore the woodwork around that. Her entry door, paneling, and then there's some detailed paneling that wraps on the underside of her stairs and down a wall.
Okay.
So there's a lot.
You'll be here for a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to strip it all and refinish it.
So across the street, if you can see this house at all, this is where Bill Jinklow's mother used to live. And there's a lot of old historic homes in a lot of towns like this. If I had my guess, Alex, you're going to be very busy after people get to see the work you do here. I hear Debbie knows a lot of people, and she works at a great place here in town. So let's go check it out. Let's see what's in store for us today.
Yeah.
Things that happen on accident are sometimes the best, aren't they? Yeah. Well, I don't think it's a coincidence that you met Alex. I think it isn't that we did either, because honestly, the first time I talked to him, I did hung up the phone and I was like, well, this is really nice. I don't really have any idea what he just told me. I'm like, it didn't make sense because I kept thinking cleaning, not restoration. He goes, no, I don't. I'm not a house cleaner. He goes, I don't go in and clean homes. I work in homes and I'll restore things. And then as he explained it, it really made sense once I saw it. So when you saw him doing that at the home show, was that sort of thing that caught your attention the most?
Yes, and I saw the pictures of that. And then just to read on his brochure with the no chemicals, you know, that's a big thing. I mean, all those strippers in that smell horrible. They're terrible on your skin and everything.
If it eats paint away, it can't be good for us.
Right.
And so, not just paint, but really beautiful home, by the way. So I think
thank you.
Putting that piece there is just complements the entryway. Now the staircase going up. I will tell you, Flandreau shocked me a little bit. I haven't been here a while, but some of the historic homes here are just absolutely gorgeous. And you're right along the river here. Oh,
I've got a wonderful setting. I'm almost like I'm in the country.
Yeah. How long have you lived in Flandreau?
See, I purchased this home in 1985.
Okay, so we're going on.
But I
40 years.
Did live in an apartment before that, and I grew up between Brookings and Flandreau.
Okay.
So this is all basically home territory for me.
Yeah. Well, thank you for chatting with us today. It's nice to watch this go down. So thank you for having us in your home. We really appreciate that.
Can't wait to see the final results.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just excited as you are to.
Yeah.
you guys ever, thank you, thank you. Yeah, like she said, my name's Alex Johnson. I own Advanced Laser Restoration in Sioux Falls, and we're a laser restoration company, not a laser cleaning company, restoration company. I think there's a difference. My background is woodworking. So naturally, I'm using this application. We do a lot of different things, but I focus mainly on stripping old finishes, failing finishes, exterior doors, like stripping the stain and varnish off of cabinets, trim, base, all of that kind of stuff. We also do mold and mildew growth on, retaining walls or brick, soot removal, fireplaces, graffiti removal, paint removal, oil stains in the driveway, rust spots in the driveways, just about anything off of everything. I get a lot of retired people looking, spend a lot of time at home now, and they're tired of looking at their golden oak cabinets. Everybody's tired of looking at their golden oak everything. So that's one of the main things that I strip in kitchens. And the nice thing about it, I call it a factory reset. So I go, all the finish and stain off, and you're back to wood. So you have a fresh substrate to refinish on. It's no finish over finish and building up, getting plastic looking cabinets. I don't know if you guys ever have clients that are looking at their cabinets and they want them a lighter color. Painting companies aren't going to come and strip your cabinets. There's thin veneers, it's time consuming, you damage profiles. This process, I'd be, 2 days for an average kitchen, in and out. So I can do everything in place, but I do take doors and drawer fronts to my shop, just so I'm not in their house. As I want to be in their space as little as possible, but then I'll be in there and strip all the boxes and face frames.
So with the lasering, is it like, does it cut down on dust and mold?
So
Or how does that?
compared to all other methods, obviously I'm removing the old finish, so that's the only mess. I'm not also adding sanding dust and whatever else. No strippers involved, no chemicals. Everything's contained. I do zip walls and cover everything and HEPA filters and all that kind of stuff. So in, out. I do a lot of work with painters, especially on like exterior doors and hand railings and banisters and stuff. All that grunt work stuff that is just too time consuming for them. I work with a painter that does a lot of Jared Smart construction repainting. I can strip a door for him in 4 hours, where it'd take him 3 days to strip. His words, not mine. And
Fences, like old cedar fences, getting that old grain bone off of those and restoring it that way? Is that
so the laser is non-destructive, so it's not going to alter the wood underneath. Stripping old finishes can, speed up that process. Hitting it with like the old weathering and UV damage on the woodwork is very superficial, and it's fairly easy to remove. Once you get that finish and stain out of there, hitting it with a sander real quick, takes care of that issue.
All right, Alex, so you are partnering exclusively with Amy Stockburger and her team here, right?
Yep.
That was pretty wild to watch. I gotta say, like following you all around the state, it's been a journey, but it's cool to see the questions you got asked. What questions did you get asked that you kind of knew were coming, and what ones were asked that you didn't see coming, right? Because you think this is predictable, but you do it every day and you probably learn new questions that are being asked to you.
Yeah. I knew the trim stuff was coming,
Yeah.
just because that's kind of a daunting project to take
Yeah.
on. But I don't know. I kind of expect. I feel like I covered most of the questions.
Yeah, you're getting really good
I
at
don't
this
know.
whole talking thing.
And honestly, the questions they asked are kind of slipping my mind right now.
5,000
Got a busy day.
feet of oak wood.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work for you, right?
It is. That's a good amount of work.
Yeah.
But it is. I've priced it out, and it's cheaper for me a lineal foot to strip than it is to just buy, let alone install.
So if you're a homeowner and you're thinking to yourself, why isn't my real estate agent talking to me about this yet? And I'm getting ready to sell my home, what might I need you for if I have a 20-year-old home and I'm getting ready to go upgrade?
Any of those, items in the home that are going to present as a headache for whoever is coming into the home.
Because they're going to see that right away, right?
Yeah, and they're going to think my to-do list is getting larger than I'd like.
Yeah. Or I wish this wasn't this color of kitchen,
Yeah,
right?
this isn't this. You're going to make it yours.
Yeah.
It's your new spot.
Talk to me about the outside of the house quick too, before we wrap, is the driveway. A lot of oil stains, rust stains.
Yeah.
Cars, you take rust off cars, back patios, things like that, that really, the better they present, the better the resale value of your house is.
Yep.
Is that a lot of the work you do, or is that more work that you'd love to be doing because you're more than capable to do it?
I'm all over the place. I'm meeting with a guy today about stripping some windowsills for a remodel he's doing.
Cool.
I'm meeting a guy stripping an engine block.
You're
Today,
busy.
I'm going down to Omaha December 8th to strip a banister.
How are these people finding you?
Social media, the internet,
Yeah.
Google mostly.
So you're doing that thing. You're
I'm
doing the
doing
thing
that
most
thing.
business owners talk about and very few actually commit to. And it's been fun to be on a part of that journey with you, brother.
Yeah.
Good job
Yeah,
today.
appreciate it.
You crushed
Thanks.
it.
This episode of Spotlight Sioux Falls is sponsored by Magnetic. We help businesses grow through content that stands out and software that scales your conversations. Not sure how to build your pipeline? You can find us at magnetic.services. Magnetic.services, your pipeline will thank you.
Thanks for listening to Spotlight Sioux Falls.
These are the stories and the businesses that shape our city. If you heard something today that made you smile, made you think, or maybe reminded you of someone you know in your neighborhood, please share it.
That's how we support local. That's how we grow. And if you know a business owner we should feature, or you want to tell your story, reach out.
Until next time, we're Steve and Melissa, and this is Spotlight Sioux Falls, where local stories get the stage they deserve. Running a business means we all wear a lot of hats, but sometimes you need extra hands, sometimes some specialized talent to keep projects moving.
That's where our friends at Solvo Global come in. Whether you need offshore or nearshore resources or long-term project support, Solvo connects you with the right people to scale your business.
They make it simple. You get trusted talent without the overhead, so you can focus on growth instead of scrambling for help.
Check out the link in our show notes below to learn more about how Solvo Global can support your next big move.